Good morning and most welcome to Heidegger 1442 of the series. It's a bit early, it's around 5 o'clock. Still not properly awake. See if a bit of reading can do the trick. And I left off at the end of the first chapter. Page 31. That will be the 1, 2, 3, 4th paragraph, beginning with against. And we were talking about the zombie tribe, or the tribe without souls, and how do they respond? The interaction between the tribe and their leaders, owners work, and the signs they are given are to help understanding or make whatever they want to do work. And that does not in any aspect take in an inner. There's no necessity for anything inner in this context. We mentioned how they could have, for instance, 4 different signs. They could be of pain, depression, wish or intention. And it's not hard to see how these could work to help. The interaction. So what could the inner be? Or is it a sort of imagination that has captured our thinking? Against this, one might want to object that there is surely a truth of the matter, and that the picture of the inner captures what really goes on. example, in the case of intention, it might be argued that when one of the slaves has an intention, something must surely happen inside her. But who says anything happens? The signal was not taught as a signal that something was happening inside her. Indeed, the whole game with the signal makes no reference to any happening. It is as if one were to ask what happens when grass is green, or 2 + 2 = 4. In fact, nothing can force us to say that something is going on inside these people. The signals we have taught them are perfectly comprehensible without any reference to the notion of an inner. One difficulty here is that lying seems to make reference to an inner state essential. Otherwise, it seems there is no way of distinguishing between false claims to be in pain and genuine ones. However, this doesn't follow, for if these people say they are in pain when they are not, we shall simply conclude that sometimes they give pain signals without all the appropriate antecedents and consequence. The basis of the distinction between feigned and genuine pain is whether or not the signal is embedded in the appropriate type of behavior. For example, we would talk of feigned pain, where members of the tribe say they are in pain. When an unpleasant task needs doing, but miraculously recover when lighter chores are at hand. Similarly, we should treat their behavior as non-genuine when threats or incentives are sufficient to make them work quite normally. Thus, we would have no problem distinguishing between feigned or merely apparent pain behavior and genuine pain behavior, and the basis of our distinction would not be the occurrence or non-occurrence of a particular inner phenomenon. The purpose behind all this talk of the soulless tribe is not to suggest that we might one day come across such people, but to show that our psychological concepts could be seen and treated in a very different way. What would happen, though, if the members of the tribe themselves spontaneously began to use the inner-outer picture? Suppose they began to talk about things going on inside them. Would we have to believe them? Here, as in the case of calculating in the head, nothing could compel us to say they have an inner or a soul. We might treat their claim to have experiences as a joke, like a parrot saying, "I love you," or "I've got a headache." The more important question, however, is what would be involved in treating them as having souls. Well, that is a different question altogether. This raises the fundamental issue of the basis and significance of our picture of the inner, and we should tackle this issue in chapter 6. And I think we have to end there, but I think the most pertinent one is here. How would we treat them if we regard them as having souls or having an inner? What would be the difference? Could you mention one share specific detail? I challenge you to do that. I say thank you very much and have a very pleasant afternoon, or morning.